Hey, what's up everybody? Esam here bringing you another video. This one going to be my tournament wrap-up for Super Famicom 2017, which was just in Greensboro, North Carolina this past weekend. I went there, entered Wii U singles and Wii U doubles, and I spent a lot of time with some friends that I have not seen in a while, or ever. In this case, because I actually met one of my online friends, Sleepy Kokiri. So she was super cool. She flew down, and it was really nice to spend time with her, as well as Pixel, as well as Iron Astronaut, or Dawn as I know her, and just like the NC and SC, or North Carolina and South Carolina scene that I was obviously significantly more familiar with when I lived back in Clemson. So it was really nice to see some of those guys again, see who got better, see the improvement of the scene. It was really overall pretty nice. Let us get started. So I teamed with Mekos in Wii U doubles. We teamed at Low Tier City, and we got, I believe, third there. So when I was going to Famicom and MBD was not, I was like, oh, let me just team with Mekos. It'll be fun, it'll be cool. So obviously running Pikachu Lucas, that team is fairly degenerate, a lot of heal stuff, a lot of pretty strong combos. Electricity equals extra hit stun, makes it easier to combo off of things. But so anyway, round one, we beat Knight, Delaire, and President. Is that the full name, or is that... Okay, it's too long to put it on any form in Smash GG, so I can't see it anymore. So beat them 2-0. Then we beat the Cheese and Heatstroke 2-0, and this was a Little Mac and Donkey Kong, and I remember that. Then after that, we played against Moser and Mr. Speedman. I know Moser plays Villager because he's actually one of my subs, so I know that for sure, but I do not remember who Mr. Speedman played 100%, unfortunately, which put us into top 16 winners side, which is winners quarters, where we ended up losing to Peebnut and Arfang, the South Carolina top two, running Mega Man and Mario. Mekos was really scared of the Mega Man the whole set. He was not comfortable with Peebnut, and he ended up losing him in singles later in the tournament. So he was very uncomfortable with that, made me kind of like try to protect him a little bit. But also, you know, when Mekos is a little bit shaky, he kind of is like, oh, we need to only play doubles instead of like me just playing a +2 matchup in Pikachu Mega Man, one of Mega Man's worst matchups. So like I can edge guard him, I can kind of wall him out, and he's like, Esam, get back to center, and I'm like, okay, because I don't want you to get mad at me if something happens. And so we ended up losing that 2-1. Drop into losers where we had to play Rosa Gets Fit and Jay Treasy, which we won 2-0, and they were... I don't remember who they played because I'm the worst, and I will eventually write this down, but do you expect anything different from me at this point? Of course you don't. Then after that, we played against Lazy Boredom and Vina. This started where 3 out of 5s, and that was a Little Mac and DK, I believe it was, or Little Mac and, I don't remember the supporting character, but I know Lazy Boredom plays, it might have been like Little Mac Cloud or something like that, I'm not sure. I remember Veen switched off of his character after game 2, but I do not remember who they play, unfortunately, because I'm the worst, which put us into winners quarterfinals, which would be top 6, and we lost 3-1 to Anti and Wadi, being Mario/Cloud and Mewtwo. Obviously, Wadi amazing in doubles in my opinion, Anti also amazing in doubles. We died a little bit early, they weren't really able to, or they didn't really let us heal very often except for the one game we won, because obviously both Mewtwo and Mario/Cloud do give a decent amount of pressure, whether it's from just like really fast speed of Mewtwo, or you know, Mario's like, oh man, if he gets in, he can do so much damage, so we weren't really able to set up or do anything, and their team combos were just a little bit stronger than ours. We messed up some kill confirms, they also did, but it mattered a little bit less, and so we ended up dropping into 5th place at Super Famicom, and let us go now into singles. And unfortunately, I am the worst, and looking at these names, I do not remember who my opponents played, but round 1, I played against ASU's Gherkin, and I won that 2-0, and then I played against Fuji 2-0, and that was the only part of round 1 pools which put it into top 64, where I had to play Cow Hunter because Cow Hunter beat Leaf, the Mii Brawler player. So Cow Hunter was a Cloud. I won that 3-0, I'm pretty sure, or 3-1 maybe, I don't remember. Yeah, I lost one of the games because I was fishing for a stupid combo and I didn't get it, and I had like an 80% deficit. So I ended up losing that. Then I end up playing against Sonido, the Sonic main from, I think he was from Louisiana, and now he lives in Georgia. And that was a reverse 3-0 for my point. Sonido, he had a solid lead games 1 and 2, then game 3 I kind of remembered my game plan, kind of remembered the things that Manny was telling me, you know, I was able to apply it a little bit more. Beat him game 3, bodied him game 4 as far as I remember, and then game 5 he went out to an incredibly strong lead on FD, and then I got a lucky like bear drag down, he missed the tech, he died at like literally 60 at the edge, so I was able to even it up really quick, and it ended up being a lastic game. We're both flubbing so much, you know, he forward tilted the wrong way like 3 times, I like threw 2 Thunder Jolts the wrong way, and I end up getting down throw Thunder at the very end to allow me to be victorious. Sonido, obviously, you know, I've had a bit of a Sonic problem, but I'm feeling a little bit more confident in the matchup now, beating Komori Kiri at MSM, and now Sonido here, because Sonido, definitely one of the better Sonics in the US, so I'm very happy that I was able to win that, to advance into top 24 winners finals, where I had to play Matty G, and Matty G obviously plays Cloud, he is the DMG, like he does so many things, his movement's amazing, but you know, I did play him a decent amount when he was at my house, because he was housing with me for Too Hot to Handle, and I was able to win that 3-1. Early edge guards, both game 1 and 2, put me at a huge lead at the beginning. Game 3, he didn't really get edge guarded, and then game 4, it was pretty close the whole time, and then I think I got the second stock was an edge guard. You know, that's just pretty much the way the Cloud works. It's like, okay, do you not get edge guarded at all the whole time, you might win. But other than that, Peach is going to win. So I advanced into winners semifinals, where the next day had to play against Captain Zach, where I ended up winning 3-2. This was an incredibly close set. So I won game 1 on Town and City, he won game 2 on Battlefield. I'm pretty sure that was a pretty close game. Like, I'm pretty sure I was ahead most of the time, and then I just kind of couldn't close it out. Game 3, I won on Lylat. Game 4, he counter-picked me back on Lylat. Got Lylat or SD'd, I'm not really sure which. Then I, was winning by a whole lot, and then I got carried off the side a little too far for me to recover because he took my jump. So he died at like 20, and I died at like 18 second stock, so that was the end of game 4, and then game 5 was an incredibly close game on Town and City. I was winning by a decent amount, and he got this crazy string that led to like 60 or 70%. I almost died, but fortunately my SDI was just a little good enough to save me, like a little too good for him to kill me. So I ended up winning that very, very close. I ended up getting like this stupid little sequence at the end. I got like a blinding back air. It untechable spiraled him onto the two Town and City platforms, the one that was on the left. And so I shot a Thunder Jolt, and he teched away, which then the T-Jolt made him pratfall off of the platform into a jab lock, and it was kind of unfortunate, but I will take those and I will advance into winners finals, where I ended up having to play Dabuz, where I lost 3-1. I won game 1, and then games 2, 3, and 4 he just played really solid. He was mostly out-neutraling me, and I wasn't getting enough off of my hits to really make up for the fact that he was winning neutral about 65 to 70% of the time. Obviously he's going to be able to kill me a little bit earlier as a rule. My kills are going to be mostly at like 120 or 130 from like edge guarding type sequences, unless I get a random up smash punish, but he was very, very, very careful not to throw out things that I normally am able to punish, so he was playing a little more solid, and I unfortunately was not. I missed some Luma kills. I flubbed a little bit, but not too much. It was generally pretty solid, where I drop into losers finals, where I end up having to play Captain Zach again, because he beat Wadi and then Anti, which the Anti set was really close as far as I remember. So when I play him in losers finals, I end up winning game 1 on Town and City. I'm pretty sure I won game 2 on Battlefield, then he won game 3 on Battlefield, and then in game 4 I won on Lylat. But either way, I just have the Bayo matchup pretty unlocked. Zach is very, very good at picking apart my defensive habits when I'm trying to camp, so I end up having to fight against him a lot more, which ends up getting me witch timed a lot more, because I'm less comfortable camping against him than someone that will like also camp like Salem, and so we only have these like brief skirmishes when we're close. But Zach is like actively running at me. He's very, very good aggressively, probably the best aggressive Bayonetta, and so it was kind of more difficult to play my defensive game. So obviously if I'm able to play my close quarter combat game, I'm going to be a lot more efficient at taking you down than most of the time, vice versa. So I end up going back into grand finals, where I had to play Dabuz yet again, and he won 3-2. This one was very close. Again, I won game 1 on Battlefield, he won game 2 and 3, then I won game 4, very, very close, and then game 5 I should have won, but I missed 2 up throw thunders, one at the beginning of the first stock, which allowed him to live a little bit longer. I think I took about 20 to 30% between the time that I missed the up throw thunder and then I killed him, and I didn't like misreact. I just like, the thunder didn't hit me, like I messed up the execution of it, not the read of the DI. And then stock 2, the same thing happened. I grabbed him at like 100 at the edge, and I just ran it, like it looked like I just jump thundered, and so I didn't hit myself, and so it didn't kill him, unfortunately, because I was trying to do a wave bounce thunder because we were at the edge and he DI'd out, and it would have killed him for sure, but unfortunately I messed up, and he ends up winning off of a different flub where I like accidentally grabbed the ledge when I was trying to run off and hit a move like a forward air, and I just grabbed the ledge because Pikachu will do that, and then he trumped me, and then I went low, and then he forward smashed my second edge grab. So that was really unfortunate for me, the way I lost that. I really wanted to beat Dabuz at least in one set, because then I would have maintained the winning set record on him throughout the season, because right now we are 4-4, because I was up 4-1 and then he won the last 3 times we played. So that's pretty unfortunate for mine, but obviously, being even in set count with a top 5 or 6 player is like totally fine by me in terms of like my mentality going into it. Like I know I can beat Dabuz if I just like clean up my punishes, if I just do a few things better, sometimes don't run into like just landing, like sometimes I would just landing aerial into him and he's like up smash, and I'd be like, I'm gonna do it again, he'd be like up smash, I'm like, okay, you got it, going to the ledge. So if I just like go to the ledge at the beginning, I think I'll do a little bit better. And yeah, that is going to be about it for my part of the tournament wrap up. The tournament overall, I feel like they didn't have quite enough volunteers to really run everything efficiently. The tournament ran about an hour and a half behind the first day, which again, I don't really mind, because I honestly, if it's not run by like a huge org, I expect it at this point. Like I expect things to be delayed, and if they're not, I'm like, oh, that's really awesome, that's super cool. Just because like I'm pretty understanding with things of like people not being trained, or there's not enough people, or it's too early, or there's some miscommunication somewhere and things are going wrong, right? Like doubles, like it was really unclear when we were gonna finish doubles. It was kind of hard to find some of the staff members, and also the internet at the building wasn't strong enough to have 2 streams. So for the most part, the first day it was only a Melee stream. Then our stream went up when there was only a hotspot. So there were some issues there, but in general, I love the Carolina scene. You know, obviously has moments of toxicity, but let's be real, every scene has some moments of toxicity. It was really loud. It was really nice to hang out with Wadi and Senpai and Black Yoshi again. Obviously, I already mentioned Pixel and Taylor or Sleepy Kokiri. You know, it was really nice to see Dawn. It was really nice to see all the people that I haven't seen in South Carolina for a long time, such as Arfang, Peebnut, Eldon, those guys. You know, it's really pleasant to meet, to see some of the Melee players that I haven't seen in a few years since I left there, and it was just a very pleasant experience overall. And let's go Cookout! I love Cookout! I had Cookout, it was delicious! And so yeah, as always, social media, Panda and partner stuff is down below, and I will see you all next time. Bye!